Hello everyone. I'm gonna publish this neutralized scenes to my game world, so I can talk a little bit about it, how to customize the setting in this scene, and I hope this is gonna really helpful to review your assets. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is that I grabbed those assets from both from the Unreal Engine content and combine it to this customized scene, so you can free download from the game world and to put into your custom project, review all your assets. So I thought this assets is really useful when you want to do some color calibration. So basically there has a default setting with a default sunshine, with a default lightning stuff. HDRI is used from the HDRI hyphen, which basically each neutralizing you can see here. So when you want to use different light environment, so putting your HDRI in here and plug into the skylight and the sky sphere, so you have like that kind of feeling, like what you wish, what you like about it. Another setting I like to talk about is this giant infinity war. So this material I used default material setting with a little bit tweak. So under here, so the good thing about this infinity wall is like you don't really need to change the size, because based on the shader setting, it's always like based on the grid system. So they use as you can see, they use the absolute wall position. So which means each grid is always keep it like consistent same size. So as you can see, when I change the position or when I scale it, it doesn't affect the texture. Also, the setting about this grid texture is like every small section this is 1 meter and every big section of this part is 5 meters. If you want to change this value, so you can see in this node graph there has a grid scale. So it's by default setting is to 500, which means like 500 centimeters is 5 meter. Another stuff in this environment is lightning. So by doing color calibration, so you need to take a little bit light setting. So I saw a lot of people like use this 3.14 to set as a default neutralized setting, which means pretty useful, pretty official value to use in this scene. And also I have a auto exposure setup here. So like if you want to change the auto exposure into the project setting, you can do that, but by default, when you want to turn off the auto exposure, so this is the basic setting by use a post process value. So min and max brightness is like 1.0, which is they're not gonna change any exposure value in any circumstance. So when you want to do the color calibration in this stuff, you put into your assets and you can basically simple mix the screenshot. And back to the Photoshop, you can see you can use the color picker to pick the value, so you can really see what's happening. So as you can see currently right now, the scene is like a little bit over bright, because you can see this albedo 0.5 should be like absolutely perfectly match like the 50% grid, but this is like a little bit off. It's like 70%, which means like whatever your assets look like is gonna a little bit brighter in this scene. So if you want to make it absolutely perfect, you can tweak a little bit like skylight and directional light. And they also have the reflection probe, which really useful if you want to test your reflection, some metallic shader stuff. You can test it in this scene. So I know like a lot of person like they want to tweak the value in their assets, like in certain circumstance, like they feel like they can tweak a little bit albedo, but albedo darker is better. It's more perfect. It's more matched to your color tone or in your scene. But you're gonna know like if you tweak a little bit metallic, it's also became a little bit darker. So which you don't know for sure which part you do it right. So you can use this scene to really see like in the default neutral light value what your assets look like, and hopefully this scene is it's gonna help you a lot.